We're Christians.
Okay.
Yeah, only
'Cause
Christians.
I know we're from Canada, so
Oh, really?
we kind of, you guys still have the right to vote on abortion. So ours
Yeah.
is brought in. We have the RU-438 drug, which
Yeah.
is the abortion pill
Okay.
that our taxpayers pay for. We have no say on it.
Okay.
So when we see like Jeff Durbin and End Abortion Now and
Yeah.
things like that, in Canada that doesn't happen. We can
Right.
protest, but
Yeah.
we have no
Like one?
real voice. But
Yeah.
okay, I just was
Yeah.
trying to figure out what exactly the sign was.
We got to wake people up, because there's a lot of Christians in America who are just going about their business like everything's okay, and thousands of
Yeah.
kids are being murdered every day.
And that's the hard part, where the alternative to
Yeah, there's a pile over there. Sorry about that. What was it?
the alternative to abortion is adoption.
Well,
As a
or just people taking care of their own children,
Right. Or
That's the ideal,
Yes.
Adoption isn't the ideal. And it's not only just about like needy women. It's also about like systemic dehumanization. Like in vitro fertilization is murdering millions of children every year. That's why like wealthy people who are trying to create children, and they create a bunch of them, and they don't want the extras, and then they destroy them. So like, and then there's birth control. How many people here today are on hormonal birth control and murdering their own children?
Yeah.
Because it has the ability to prevent implantation.
Yeah.
So it's everywhere. It's the guilt is unbelievable. The church has blood all over it.
Yeah. And it was actually interesting. There's a song by Casting Crowns that says, "When will the people wake up? They turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
They'll say, save the tree, but yet we'll kill our children." And it's actually a Christmas song that
Really?
Casting Crowns sang.
Okay.
It's "Wake Up, O Bethlehem." We have people promote save the environment, but we'll turn a blind eye to the fact that we kill our own
Right.
children.
Right. Yep.
Well, we will definitely be praying for your ministry.
Cool. Did you get one? We have to bring to people's attention to Isaiah chapter 1 and Amos chapter 5. Oh, you got one? Because like we have all these thousands of people who come to like sing songs to God, but like maybe he hates their worship, Like if you're neglecting justice and mercy, like God told his people that he hates their worship because they didn't establish justice. He wanted them to correct oppression and bring justice to the fatherless.
Right, but I would say that there's a big movement right now on social justice that we have almost going to that being a gospel, justice being the gospel issue. We live in a fallen
Well, it is a gospel issue.
But we live in a fallen world, so we understand that there is sin.
Sure. And our job
is to proclaim the gospel and to see reconciliation. We are ambassadors of Christ.
Right.
The message of reconciliation. That's our. So.
Well, I
know
mean,
there's like a post-mill view of redeeming the world in its practice.
Right.
Which we would say that the world is fallen, and you're not going to redeem fallen nature.
Well, I mean, you can certainly make it a lot better, right?
Right.
You're not going to make everything completely perfect, but
Right,
I
but
think the gospel can make everything better.
The gospel does make everything better.
Right, and like, I think everything can get better through history because the gospel will be victorious. Like it will spread.
Yes.
It won't fail.
Like
Jesus didn't give us the gospel for us to fail with it, right?
Right, absolutely, and I agree with that. I would just look at sometimes we look at social justice issues in neglect of the gospel.
Really?
You understand what
Some people do that. Some people do that, but like, there needs to be. I mean, the gospel is the weapon that you use against injustice.
Yes.
Yes, you go and you call all men everywhere to repent of committing injustice,
Absolutely.
and you give them the gospel of Jesus by which they are reconciled to God, so they stop the injustice, right?
Absolutely, because he is the standard of what is just.
Right.
Right.
And
we were praying for you. We'll be praying for you guys.
Okay.
I don't know, like we're from, as I said, we're from out of town.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't know, but I would say with the singing songs and things like that, God does desire our worship in adoration and in praise. we can't turn a blind eye to injustices being done, but that we still are told to sing praises unto Him.
Well, yeah, but I think we should probably make sure that we're doing justice before we sing praises to Him. That's what those verses would indicate. Because when they come to sing praises to Him, He doesn't like it because they're neglecting justice, right?
Right, but in 1 John chapter 3, it says to love your brother both in spirit and in deed. So there's a blend of the two. We can't just go after a deed and forget one side, right?
All right. I'm not advocating for abandoning singing songs to God.
Yeah, you're just...
I'm saying don't sing songs to God while you're neglecting justice and mercy, the weightier matters of the law, as Jesus said. You know?
Yeah.
He harshly rebuked the religious leaders for doing the religious rituals of tithing while neglecting the weightier matters.
Yeah.
And the book of James says that pure and undefiled religion before God the Father is this, to visit orphans and widows in their affliction and to keep yourself unstained from the world.
Yeah.
So it's huge. It's like the Great Commission is to go like make disciples, teaching them everything that He's commanded us. So like doing justice is what He's commanded us.
Yeah.
So like doing justice is a part of the Great Commission. Teaching it, you know?
To do justice. And
seek justice.
I think I appreciate how you reiterated the basis of your justice is Christ Himself. It's not just for a better, because sometimes we can fight for social justice issues on a humanity level, just humanitarian, right?
Well, I mean, if we're commanded to love our neighbor as ourselves, then yeah, we should do it for the sake of others, but ultimately for the sake of obeying God. You know, right. That's why we do anything. You know,
right? And that's I appreciate you kind of giving that line, because I've had where places are like we have abortion pro-life and they're anti-gospel. They're just secular like humanists.
Yeah, right.
So I appreciate your stand and your view of blending the two, the gospel and social justice. So thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go get something before we come back. So
okay.
Thank you. We'll take a read.
Cool. Would you like one? Would you like one, ma'am? Kids need your help. They're being mass murdered in this city.